So when I was 8 years old, 9 years old, my mom, who was a single mom, had to work, and I lived in Atlanta, some of you know, and I lived in Stone Mountain, okay, if that makes any sense. And my mom worked in Mableton. So this is all the way across town on the other side of town. And in the summer times when your kids are home, what do you do with your kids, you know? And so she would, when I'm 8 and 9 years old, my brother and I, she would drop us off at the mall and be like, here's $10, you know, hope you don't die. It wasn't exactly the way she did, but she would drop us off at the mall. And if I remember right, she'd drop us off, she'd come back at lunch, we'd leave, she'd leave and come back to get us, you know. And so inevitably we were bored. It's two kids running around the mall all day long, right? And so what we would do is somehow we'd get change at the arcade or at lunch or something. We'd get change and we'd sit on a bench, and I can see this would have been, I don't remember the mall, Gwinnett Place Mall, maybe somewhere else, I don't remember, but we would sit in the mall and we would stack coins on the ground and sit. We'd stack coins. You get pennies up about this high, 6 inches high. We'd stack coins on the ground and watch people walk past them and just laugh and just giggle. And the anticipation was amazing to watch people walk past a stack of money and not notice it. Or the only people who would notice it were children or old people. They would notice it always. Children and old people notice it. Or people would kick it over. And that was always very funny. They'd walk by and kick over a stack of change, and we would giggle and run away. And it would cost us 25 cents, and we'd have the best time of our life watching people almost run into a stack of money, marveling at how many people didn't even notice that there was a stack of money, you see. Actors, this is how we must approach the script. We read something and very often do not even notice that we are walking past stacks of gold. We don't even notice until maybe we kick it over, or maybe we see through the lens of age or youth. We see through the childlike lens. It's the only way to notice the gold. Or we see through the age of wisdom and we say, oh my goodness, there's more here than I had recognized. Those are the only two people who would ever see the stacks, with children or old people. You may notice the gold, but not value it. That you may notice the gold in the script, but your cynical mind says, no, that's not actually gold. That's not anything really important. The writer didn't really mean to do that. And our logical, perhaps cynical mind gets involved, and we rationalize away the gold. And we say, it's not really gold, it's just the way the light's hitting the marble. So we keep moving. Or we see a stack of something beautiful, I go, well, nobody would leave that there, so I shouldn't touch it. It's probably too dangerous. But actors, as you read any text, I want you to assume you're walking through a gold mine. All you've got to do is see it. And if you can see it, you must learn to value what you've seen. Because if you can learn to value it, it will change you by virtue of your seeing it. You don't have to make sense of it. If I were to hand you a brick of gold right now, it might change you just to hold it. I've never held one, just to have it, just to recognize it's there in front of me. I don't have to spend it. I don't have to use it. It doesn't have to have utilitarian value. To be in the presence of something so valuable is bound to shift you in some way. And once you have been shifted, that which you have recognized is now beginning to use you. Now you might be able also to use it. But I would suggest that many of us, especially as it comes to scripts, we're just walking right past stacks of money some kid has put in the way, hoping we'd notice, and most of us never do. And so as we consider the magic of all things, and we consider the gold buried in all things, I would ask you to search inside your relationship to acting. Where is the voice that says it isn't gold?